I get a lot of questions on my videos about the best computer, the best laptop or the best PC for music production. In this video I want to answer the most asked questions on those videos. My name is Dexter Clark and I do reviews, vlogs and tutorials about DJing and producing. If you like the content, consider supporting the channel on Patreon. You can do that from just $1 a month. Neutron and ozone kills my 2012 MacBook i5 with 8GB RAM. I need to upgrade. Yes, an i5 processor with 8GB of memory could be on the low side for some heavy music production. I also got a lot of questions, that's why I picked this question out. If an old MacBook or an old computer is good enough for music production? Yes, an old computer is good enough for music production. Is it the optimum configuration? No, it definitely isn't. Why should you buy a computer if that one is already sufficient? Well, if you want to do more quicker work and don't want to render out everything every time you do something and change something up in the MIDI and want to render it out every time, so that saves you a lot of time, then you need a quicker computer, and that's why it's more optimal for a more expensive and also a more quicker computer. The question is by Boyd Crowder, and Boyd asks or says something in the line of the difference between Intel CPUs and AMD CPUs. I covered this in a couple of videos, but people keep asking me. If you want to stay 100% compatible with your current situation, with all the plugins, etc. and your DAWs, then choose an Intel processor. That's on the safe side. Yes, it's cheaper to choose for an AMD processor, but you have to bear in mind that there are some compatibility issues with some MIDI controllers and MIDI keyboards, and also some problems with certain plugins that won't really work properly on an AMD CPU. And also in a lot of cases AMD CPUs have proven to be more faster than Intel CPUs with the same price, in the same price range. So if you want to stay on the safe side, choose Intel. Gokul Krish, i7 8th gen, Windows 7 or Windows 10? That's basically the question. I would choose for Windows 10 because it is a more updated operating system. Also, it has the latest support for drivers, etc, etc, etc. In the long run, after a couple of years, Microsoft will drop the support for Windows 7. So you are earlier on that moment when they drop the support for Windows 7, and that means also that, for example, the manufacturers of drivers or VGA cards, sound cards, etc, 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 will drop their support for Windows 7 earlier than Windows 10. So choose Windows 10 if you have the possibility. A question that I get asked a lot: Razer for music production, the brand Razer. Razer is a really small computer brand. When I look at HP, for example, that has a really long history of making computers. Razer hasn't. Razer is pretty new, and around me I asked around, but no one that I know uses a Razer because it is not really easily available here in the Netherlands. So I don't have any experience with that. That means I say to you, use or choose Razer with caution. When I look at myself and I want to buy a new computer, I won't buy a Razer. Why everybody talks about Razer is the result of a really effective marketing campaign. Razer said, well, I want to get a foot on the ground. How can I do that? They walked up to a PR firm, and the PR firm said, well, the gaming market is saturated, so target another audience, the music producer. So they targeted the music producer, and that's why everyone is talking about it. And everyone, I mean only music producers and not the rest of the world that isn't into music production. In my videos about what brand laptop to buy for music production, I got a lot of heat in the comments about the brands MSI and Lenovo, and that's also where this question is about. Why is MSI on the blacklist? Why is Lenovo on the blacklist? You're stupid, etc, etc, etc. that's because of the warranty handling or the build quality. If something is on the blacklist, that isn't really right. And if you experience no problems with your notebook, that's good for you, but there are a lot of consumers out there that don't have the same experiences as you. That's the Q&A for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to get updates about my new videos. You can also, by the way, subscribe to my mailing list. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!